All right, friends, the UFC is back this Saturday in Las Vegas. It's UFC 326, and the main event is for the very prestigious BMF title. Now, I have two thoughts when it comes to this fight and all of this. I have my thoughts on that belt, and I have my thoughts on the fight. Let's start with the fight. The fight is a rematch. It's Max Holloway, one of the greatest fighters of all time, one of the most beloved fighters of all time, former champion at 145 pounds, just an absolute beast, right? A Hall of Famer. He comes back. He had a nice win over the summer against Dustin Poirier in Poirier's retirement fight. There was a lot of pressure there. He looked great. He was able to right the previous two wrongs against Poirier. You know the story. He's the BMF champion. He won that belt when he defeated Justin Gaethje back at, what was it, UFC 300. Now, he's going up against Charles Oliveira. Charles Oliveira, also one of the most beloved fighters in UFC history, a former champion in his own right. He lost to Ilia Topuria in a vacant lightweight title fight back in June, but came back against Mateusz Gamrot and looked great back in October. So these two guys are fighting in a rematch, by the way, of a fight that happened back in 2015 in Saskatchewan, of all places. A fight that ended unceremoniously. It lasted like 90 seconds. Oliveira suffered an injury, and it was always a fight that we wanted to see again because we kind of felt like we didn't have it. We never got it. And if I'm being honest, they weren't as great back then. At least it didn't feel that way as they ended up becoming, if that makes sense. And so here we go. It's a rematch, and it's for the BMF title. So I love the rematch. I love the fight. I think the matchmaking makes sense given where they're at in their careers right now. It all makes sense. It checks off all the boxes. BMF title, I'm not a huge fan of. The BMF title is a fake title. It's just like a made-up thing that Nate Diaz made up, and when he made it up, it was kind of cool. It's become bastardized. It's become corporatized. It just doesn't feel real. It's not legit. And the reason for me that it doesn't feel real is because it takes place. This fight is taking place at 155. Both of these guys lost to the current champion at 155, Ilia Topuria, in devastating, one-sided, dominant fashion. To me, the champion of a weight class is the BMF, the baddest mofo. And so you have two guys who lost to the champion, and they're fighting for a title called the BMF. And you can spare me that it's a mindset, it's a way of life, it's a whatever. It's a nothing. It's a nothing. So I don't really care about the belt. I will say this about the belt. The belt has always produced great title fights. Every time the title is online, the BMF title is online, the fight is fun and usually like lives up to the hype. So that's hopefully an indication of what's to come. These two guys are allergic to boring fights. I like the matchup. It makes a lot of sense, and I'm happy that we're finally getting to see it. So it goes down this Saturday, UFC 326, and the place to be, as always, BetMGM. You know the drill by now. Enjoy the fights, my friends, and I'll talk to you next week.